I come here and see this one has got two. Yes. I look which is very strong and the one which is of the same size as my rootstock. So I think this one suits my rootstocks. Is it true? So I come and cut my scion. Then I remove the leaves like that. I remove the leaves like this. And you are supposed to leave just one leaf there. And you should look the buds. So in this one, I will leave about 3. 1, this is 1, 2, 3. I will cut it there. Then, before that, because we are using cleft or wedge, I will come here and cut at the middle. Then I should go down up to about 25 millimeters. I will cut down slowly. Cut a baya. Then, with the wedge, see, we do it this way. Yes. And you have to be very keen on when it's happening on both sides where after that, I will come and fix it on my rootstock, right at the middle, and the 2 parts must be intact. Utaangalia uone where you have cut zimelalania vizuri. Then from there, we use the grafting tape to seal our union. So I come here, then I tie. So you all know how to do this? Eh? Is there one who has never done grafting? Eh? Yes. And you are a nursery person. How you are 3 nurseries, not fruit 3 nurseries. So you do like that, and you make sure it is tight.
Why is it that we make it tight? Huh? So that we don't allow any water to get to them.
So you make it strictly tight. Then after this, you have grafted many of them. You will keep them on a raised platform as you have been sown. Then they will stay in your nursery for about another 2 months before it takes. The minute you find they have taken, unaona imeanza kutoa buds, kutoa leaves, because maybe sikuacha hii kubwa hivyo, pengine nimewacha hiyo. Si utangojea uone zimeanza kuwa kunenepa. If it doesn't take, it will just dry up. You will know that one is not right. You have now to continue doing grafting on others. So you keep them in your raised platform for about 2 months. Then after that, you will see they are ready for transplanting. See? So when we come to transplanting, we are taking them to the field, or they are ready for sale to the farmers you want to sell to, whoever.
Okay, before we go there, tell them that you remove any leaves on the rootstock.
We have removed.
No, when it is taking up, in case
Oh.
there.
Yeah, any other shoot which comes along our grafted material we have to remove. Any which comes
Below the union.
Below the
Ile
union.
matawi itatoka below the union.
We are just
unatoa
after the
ukitoa.
one which we will split on top. So you have to remove. Is it clear there?
One question, ma'am.
Yes.
You see, you graft the farmers after grafting. Is it necessary just to put in an open place where sun can be hot and everything?
No.
How are we supposed
You
to
have
keep
been
it after
shown the
grafting?
structure here by Dr. Juguna. You have been shown the structure. You have been told everything will continue in the nursery. Na hapa mnasomeshwa mambo ya nurseries ili kefis ikija watakuja waone that nursery. We are still inside. Hatujafika kutoka nje. So tutatoka nje hii ikiwa imeshika and they are ready for sale or ready for planting in the field. Tuko pamoja?
Kama hiyo ni ready for transplanting. Kama iko ready for transplanting, nitatoa hiyo tape ama
No, when you transplant, you take it to the field. By that time you have made the holes. The spacing of passion fruit is 2 by 3. So when you take it in the field, you plant, and in planting, do you know how to make the hole? Yes?
Nimalizie hiyo ya tape alafu uende kwa
So this one you will remove it after 1 month. Still in the field. Tumeshikana after 1 month, so that it establishes in that new environment. See, before it was inside a screen house or other contained environment. Na sasa tumeipeleka field. You will give it 1 month. After 1 month, you will now remove your tape. Yes.
I have a question on the type of disinfectant to be used. Is it specific to jig, or you can use the other one for disinfecting animal premises?
As we specifically use jig.
Okay.
You know the goodness with the jig is that it's not likely to affect the plant. You know you are disinfecting and still using that tool to graft. You know there are some chemicals which you are not sure of what else it contains.
Yeah.
Which may have a negative effect on
The plant.
You know, there's things like even products which have a lot of some of these chemicals or corrosive products, which once you use on the plant, besides disinfecting, they also kill the cells. What we know with jig is that it is harmless to the plant. It will kill those pathogens, but it will spare the plant. So it's good to stick to what is known. Yeah. Those other ones may end up killing those pathogens together with your plant.
Okay.
And the jig is available, it's friendly, it's the same jig we used to wash our clothes. Yes. So it's also easier to handle.
What concentration do you use? For example, you have 1 liter of water, to what parts of jig? when you are mixing?
Okay, I think the recommended concentration
It's
is
5%.
5%. Yeah, it's 5%.
5%.
So 5% of jig to 95% of water. That's make 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
So 5 jig. If you the container is like that one. Basically, what it means for 1 container of jig, you do 95 of water to make 100%. Simple.
Yes.
Inasemekana the trees make their food through leaves. So trees inatengeneza chakula yake kutoka matawi. Naona unatoa matawi yote kwa hiyo the grafted. Why do you remove those leaves?
We have to remove them so that see hapa tuna join 2 parts, 2 different. Hii ni scion na hii ni rootstock. We have to remove them so that by this time the plant is so young and the food is passing through the cell here from the soil. So we have to remove them so that we know exactly it has taken. Ukiwacha na hisi, how will you know take?
And then the other still problem with leaving the leaves is that these leaves will continue losing water. Still, they'll continue losing water, yet these leaves will continue losing water, yet the union has not healed. Still. So by removing the leaves, you are kind of minimizing water loss as the union heals. Because until it has healed, it will not be able to translocate nutrients to the and water to the soil. Yeah. So it can easily die before it has healed enough for that to happen. Are we together?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you are giving it time for it to heal, to start translocating nutrient and water. And there is, soon after, you see new leaves emerging. See? Yes. Yeah, so it's like just creating a good need for that time before the union has healed. And maybe just to add on what Paris has said, it is very critical during grafting to align the cabium of the rootstock. Cabium is just, you see here kagozi. You align this, the outer kafa or the outer of the scion to that of the rootstock, so that you facilitate the healing. Finally, this cabium, and that's where water passes through, going out. Eventually, this cabium of the scion and that one of the rootstock will match, will become one. You see? So if they are properly aligned, within 1-2 days, the healing has started. What has started going up through that cabium to the side. If they are not well aligned at any part of that meaning, it means if you are lucky, perhaps with the time it will still heal, but you are likely actually to deny this upper scion water and nutrient. And if it happens for more than 1-2 days, it will just die. Yes. So you have to align properly, make sure that they are aligned for the healing, to hasten the healing. The other aspect is what Paris has said, Pauline, you have to tie tightly. They want that need to remain, that contact to remain family, si ndio? Because that will hasten the healing process, si ndio? Then you also want to prevent water from getting through, because water will kind of interfere with the healing, and that part is likely to rot. Si ndio? Yeah, so align properly, tie firmly. Yeah, you remember you had a wedge. Si ndio? You saw that wedge. Yeah? Then you have the wedge here, and you slit the rootstock, si ndio? So that they are able to combine. And then that combination is just like the way if you break your bone. Eh? So now they bring them together, eh? And then inafungwa na inawekwa the plaster to remain like that until it heals. Si ndio? It's the same thing, because you want eventually the two parts to become one. And in the afternoon, I think we have some rosto. We will do it. Try to do it. Si ndio? Just as a beginning. But what you should understand, this is a skill. Grafting is a skill. And you're only perfect with time by practicing. Ni vile akina mama wanachona chondo, si ndio? Ama hii wanatengeneza hii nini? Sweta. Yeah? Sasa unaona tu mnaongea na anaendelea. Kwa sababu imeingia kwa kichwa. Ukizoea hii grafting, with time you'll be talking, but still unajua vile mkono inalainisha hapa. And tightening kwa mkono tu unasikia umekasa, si ati unaangalia hivi. Yeah. So please don't feel discouraged. Ukifanya ya kwanza, ya pili ianguke. At least the third one you make it. Sasa. Yeah. What we know from our experience, passion fruit is the easiest. It's easier than mango. It's easier than, because these are softwood. Ukienda kama macadamia, that is very difficult. You require a lot of expertise, experience to be able to do it. For passion fruit, this is very easy. You can practice within no time. Utaona imeanza kufikia. But align properly the cabium. Make sure they are of the same size. If they are not of the same size, at least cabium or one side ni lazima ualign, hata ikiwa not both sides. Hapo healing itaanzia wapi? Hapo umealign. Then kasa kabisa, such that ukigusa hivyo haiwezi toka. Naona mtu anafanya, lakini ukitoa hivi inatoka. Sasa that's the secret. But in the afternoon kila mtu atafanya at least moja for the sake of us learning. Ndio? Yes.
Nilikuwa nadhani
Yes.
baada ya kuunganisha hiyo rootstock na zyme na ukafunga vile umefunga, utafunika hata hiyo zyme hiyo ya juu ili ipate joto.
We don't.
Other for passion fruit is not necessary. It will just stick.
You
don't have to.
It is the easiest to take.
Yes.
Those which we usually cover, na daktari amesema it is cumbersome, ni macadamia.
Yes.
Yeah. But the passion fruit, avocado, mango,
Take to ina sida.
Yes.
I'll leave the question. I not get it well. How long does it take for the healing process to take place? The day after, talk about, are we supposed to remove the tape before planting? Or
No. I say after tying or after grafting and putting the grafting tape, you keep your grafted seedlings still in the greenhouse for about 2 to 3 months. Then you will find they have started taking. Na utaona itakuwa na matawi 3 au 4. You will know it is ready for transplanting or for sale. That is what we said. So if you are taking it to the field, you will plant it in your field and wait for 1 more month before you remove the tip. So that is what you will be telling even the farmer whom you will sell to. After putting it in the soil, now direct in the summer, you will give it 1 month, then you remove the tip.
That's what I wanted to know. It's not us in nursery, but it's in the...
Yeah, it's in the field. Yeah.
And actually, within that time, the 1 month is referring to, you see the union, the tip, if it's not removed, it is like, it is choking, it is, inaanza kuingia ndani. If you see that, then it is telling you, you get a little bit late. You should quickly remove it. Because if it remains there, it will even cut. Yeah, because it will, you know, the mini will continue expanding, but that part is not expanding. Yes. And finally, you may end up and you need the whole plant. So it is important to remove it. Yeah, but also don't be in so much hurry to remove it before the union is healed. There are cases where perhaps you first stay with seedlings in the nursery, still. Yes. Just because perhaps you are not able to sell at that time. You can still remove in the nursery, so long as you see those signs, so that now the farmers will buy them even without the tip. Yeah. But that is only necessary if you realize your seedlings have stayed there and it's like they are choking the plant. So you can do it. But in normal cases, because passion fruit normally doesn't stay long in the nursery, you have to advise your farmers that they need to remove in the field. After they have planted, after a month, they have to remove that. But you just need to cut with a razor, kidogo, and yes.
So from there, tumefika kusia farmer au kupeleka kwa shamba. So here you must have a rod. You must have water nearby. Then when you take your seeding to the field, you must lay out your shamba using the spacing we have given you. Then from there, you have to dig holes for your seedling, which we dig 45 centimeter by 45 centimeter by 45. This is for passion fruit. With these other trees, like avocado, mango, we usually use 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet, which is 60 by 60 by 60. Then, when you come to dig your hole, si kwenda tu kwa shamba na jembe na kuchibua shimo, unaona itatoshea muti na upande. The first half of your 45 centimeter, half of the 45, na ni top soil, you keep on one side. You choose either on the left hand side or the right hand side. Then the rest half, you put it aside. As you dig, you'll find the first half of your 45 centimeter, the soil is dark in color, meaning it has humus. So this is the soil which nimechibua juu, ndio nitatumia kurudisha kwa shimo. Then this soil which I have the first topsoil, I will add a debe of manure and a handful of DAP. That is 120 to 125 grams. You mix thoroughly the soil, the manure, and the DAP. You mix thoroughly. When you mix, you return in Kwashimo. You return half of it Kwashimo. You then take your seedlings. It has taken already. You are ready to come and plant it. And you still continue watering. So you just compress the seedling. You are now ready to plant. Yes. You tear this paper at the side here, holding it like this. Unararua hapa, unashika hapa, unatoa karatasi. You make sure the soil is still intact. Hutaitigisa itoke. So I will come in my hole, assuming this is the hole, and I have put half of the soil. I will put it aside ile niliweka kwanza, niweke mti wangu, and I make sure when returning the remaining soil, sitaenda beyond pahali hii mchanga ilikuwa imefika. So you return your soil of wet, then you water your seedling. Then the remaining soil which ilikuwa subsoil, you use it to make your basin, because we have said we are not relying with the rains. So ni lazima tuwe tunaweka maji, na ni lazima utengeneze basin ile itakuwa ina hold your water. Then from there, si imefika kwa shamba. There now we continue with the field management. Watering is one of the field management. There is pruning, there is weeding, and spraying against pests and diseases. Then in our field, you have to have structures. I think in this brochure, there is a structure being shown there. This is not a greenhouse in field. Tunaona tuna post. When we are doing orchard preparation of passion fruit, you must have posts. And this post, you buy a post of 9 feet, whereby 2 feet you dig a hole of 45 centimeters, then you put 2 feet down in the soil, halafu there's 5 feet juu. Halafu you must have a wire, and you have one there. Jack, you can sew them that wire there. Then we space our post 6 by 2. 6 meters by 2 meters. Na post sitaenda along the mashimo ya passion fruit. Ukiweka hizo post, you then put the wire on top, whereby hii mmea si inaenda ikikua, na tunajua it is a creeping plant. So we will do some staking and draining. So hiyo namna ya kuweka fikigi na nini tunaiita trellising, kuweka fikigi na kuweka waya. Sababu ya kufanya hivi ni juu hii mmea itaenda juu, na tena we have to help it reach the wire. Kwa hivyo when we put it here in the soil, as Pauline is demonstrating, you have to look for some, we call them stick or pegs, ile utaweka hapa chini ya shimo, na pahali hii mmea itakuwa inajisikilia ili iende juu mpaka ifike kwa waya.
So I think as Nani tried to illustrate there, two things to note that even if you have provided quality seedlings, and that's what farmers should know, that they need to take care of them properly. If they are to get the desired benefits from these seedlings. First thing, they must have prepare their land properly. Still, if it is digging, if they use herbicide to clear these perennial weeds, still. So land properly must be properly done. They should know that. The second thing is that they have to do the layout. Yeah. Layout is where do you plant, still. And the one thing they should know is that, which is in that brochure, is that spacing between one plant to another, you have 3 meters. Between one plant to 3 meters. Between one row to the next, you have 2 meters. Yeah? So it's 3 meters within the row, and 2 meters between the rows. As he has said, posts are put along the rows. Sasa hii pande ya 3 meters ndio unaweka vikingi. Sasa at the spacing of posts is 6 meters. Yeah. Ni kama unaenda unaruka pili, very well illustrated here. You can see here, from here to here, 3 meters. So for post, naruka 1, 2, napata. Hapa is 1.5, 3 meters. Hii yote sasa inakuwa 6. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so that is very important. Kwa sababu wakati mwingine sasa utapata, and we have seen that with farmers, wenye tunafanya nao, badala ya kuweka hivi wanapindua upande wa 2 meters ndio wanaweka vikingi, opposite of what is required. So yeah, that's a little bit.
Thank you, Daktari, for that clarification. Now we are in the field, and this is our passion fruit. Ili hii mmea ipande ifike hapa, you have to put a peg whereby you use a sisal, you tie to the peg, then first you can put a long peg whereby my seedling itapanda nayo. Halafu itafika pahali pengine you don't have very long pegs, you can tie a string, that is sisal. Unaipeleka hivi mpaka unaifungilia kwa wire. So this will help my seedling to come and reach here. In most cases, we are supposed either you leave allow 2 shoot, the mother which we planted, and another shoot here, we allow it to grow. Uwekele the sisal, both of them, up to the wire. Or if not that, you allow one seedling to grow all the way up to the wire. Then when it is about to reach the wire, the shoot which you come up here, you allow it to grow. Sija allow Billy from down here, I have allowed one. But the shoot which will come nearer to the wire, I allow it to grow so that I will allow the main vine iende pande moja na na hii nyingine ikuje pande hii. When this one comes along this side, so we have said the spacing is 3. Plant to plant is 3. Then this passion will grow. It can grow and go up to the 5. But for our case, when it comes along the wire, it can grow up to 3 meters, but I will cut it to 1.5. This 1.5. Then this shoot which I allowed it to grow, nayo ikuje pande hii 1.5. Reason is because our spacing is 3 meter, ni lazima hii mmea moja tu allow iwe na enough space na hii nyingine iwe na enough space. When we cut the main lateral which was going that way, we allow more shoots to grow from here. Then these shoots which will grow from here, we allow them to grow downward. We call them the laterals. So when this one will come and go that way, we cut it. That 1.5. This other one we cut it 1.5. When we cut it, we allow more shoots now to come down. As Pauline had drawn here, these shoots will be our main laterals. They can be 2 or 4, 5. Then we'll allow these ones to bear our passion fruit. Also, along this main shoot, any other shoot which is beneath here we remove, apart from that one which is too close to the wire, which will allow to go to the left-hand side or to the right-hand side. Then from here, when we allow these laterals to go down, they will now start flowering. Any other thing here we won't remove now because we are after the laterals, which will give us our fruit. Is that clear? So, any question? Yeah.
Now, is there any type of training apart from this one, where you let the plant grow up to the top, then you let the lateral falls down? Is there any other type that you can do in between?
Any other training?
Yeah.
Now the other one.
For instance, you let the plant grow. The pole is 7 feet tall. Now you can let the plant grow up to, let's say, like 1 meter. Then you put instead of 1 string up there, you put 2 strings.
Yeah, from here, I said we have 2 options. I can allow another, see this is the main plant.
Yes.
Si kutakuwa na shoots inatokea huku.
Yeah.
Which we have to remove. I can choose one of the best. Nikiona kunazo zimetokea hapa, one of the best, I can allow one here to grow. I have 2. Are you getting me? Instead of allowing it to come and grow from here, I can allow it to grow from here. So that I have the main and another one. You see? So this one, I will allow this one to grow until it also come here and go to this side. Ikifika here nikate 1.5. Naye huyu aende hivi, nikate 1.5. So those are, you can either decide to leave here, shoot the one nearer the wire, or as the main thing is growing, you choose one which is good. Then you remove all the others.
Okay, what I was saying, you see, we only have 1 wire up.
Yeah, we have 1 wire up.
Yeah, I was asking if we can
maybe
put 2
This wire.
2 wires, yes, the main one and maybe some in between, yes, so that instead of the 2 laterals going up, one goes
ili tuarao one lateral
iende across.
iende hapa na nyingine pale.
Yeah.
I don't think that is the recommended procedure of passion fruit. The recommended one, and the one we know ni hii juu. Ukiarao moja ije kujie hapa, hii the laterals will grow down. Halafu hapa juu kuna nyingine iko na matunda nayo inakuja hapa, itakuwaje? It will be too thick.
It's also an added expense.
Okay.
Yeah, actually,
There is no room for ile iko juu sasa kupata pahali ya ku. Halafu hiyo fikiki vile tumesema ni lazima iwe standard. Because this passion seed they will hang. Ukiletea hapa si itakuwa very low to the ground.
Yeah.
Na also when these laterals come down, we have to hatutasiachilia sije mpaka kwa mchanga huku. When they come down like this, you have to cut it about 15 centimeter from the ground. Ili isiwe inafika sote sikija unakata ili sisiwe sinafikia mchanga sana juu kukinyesha maji itakuwa inakuwa splashed on top na itaharibu. So that is the standard, or that is how we should do with the passion.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, actually, just to add what Peris has said, I don't think you are likely to have more benefits by having another line there, which will definitely add to your cost, because that's why it would be there. Then the other problem you are likely to encounter is that of overcrowding, because you have those laterals growing from up there, then you have others going from the middle there. You see? And you are required even those laterals, even those coming from the top there, you are supposed to prune, to remove some, so that you avoid that very big kind of canopy, because of diseases, because of pests. In fact, I should be able to see through, not clear, but be able to see somebody on the other side. Yes, it's not like it's completely covered.
Okay.
Yeah. So you are likely to have more problems, but you are not likely to have more benefits by doing that. What is very critical, which Anani has mentioned, is that find adequate space for these laterals to grow down. So don't have like a post of 5 meters here, because before it reaches the ground, because these laterals are the ones which will give you fruits. So the longer they can grow downwards, the better, because that will mean more yield. If they are too close to the ground, kienda kidogo inafika. Yes. This is where you should focus on. Have laterals which are productive, not too big for also chemical application and all that, and also don't allow them to grow beyond a certain level downwards. Otherwise you have...
You should have laterals like, bearing in mind this is our main file, you should have laterals like it's about 5 6 there, so that even the sun will penetrate well. Also, as this one go down, you have to remove those tendrils which protrude from these areas because they intertwine. So you keep on removing them. Then from there, it's just pruning, spraying, maintenance as you wait for your plant to bear. Then, after planting 6 to 7 months, you start seeing the flowers. Then from there, you will give your passion fruit about 3-4 months, you start harvesting your plant. So passion fruit mostly takes 1 year and 2 or 3 months there. So there is the crop we call passion fruit. Any question?
Somebody at least had that.
Yes?
It was still on the same issue of letting those laterals from the lower regions grow. And I was going just to inform him that there is a biological disadvantage of having those laterals at the lower level grow. Because one, they'll be receiving more water from the roots, hence denying the laterals on the top that are the most productive water. So it's no economic importance to just to allow a lateral at a lower level and take more water and give you less production. I was just going to add that because I've experienced it. I've experienced it even on my farm, where when I allow those ones at the lower level grow, that the top one starts to get, they do not grow. They stop growing, they just become stagnant.
Concentrate on the
Then explain that not to allow bearing on the vine that gives them. But bearing should come from the
bearing should come from, we went to some farmers and we found, especially huko Rukuyani, nani ametoka Rukuyani, we found the farmers are allowing passion fruits to grow here on the main vine, kabla ifike kwa waya. You should not allow it to do so. So you have to remove any flower, any shoot coming beneath the wire, you remove from the main vine. Tuko pamoja. Although that farmer from Rukuyani was telling us, how can I not allow it and it has started bearing? Kamwambia, no, it is not the case. Hii ya juu sasa hata the laterals ikifika pale hasita, the fruits will be very small because chakula nyingi inakuja kwa hizi ameallow grow hapo chini. So always allow your vine to grow up to the wire, then you cut half so that the laterals will develop, and the laterals are the one to give you the crop after.
Just I think the point he has asked about another line there. I wanted to emphasize and add that it is an important point, which at least should be a very important take-home message. Because among the farmers whom we are using, I think we found actually when we share somewhere. I think he also doing that. He was having one line, the trellising wire above and another one. I think having in mind that maybe we will do another one, which you find that it has already been explained that you won't get so much from that. So it's better you are now, the food goes to the laterals now, which gives you the best quality of the fruits. So I think it's a good take-home message. Now that for those ones who are practicing, for those ones who intend to practice, not to allow that. As even as he's saying, the pruning, there's some who are leaving the floweriness before the trellising wire. And we had said, and remember we discussed it so thoroughly with the farmers, but still some of the farmers were leaving flowers there. So I think his question is, I think it's appropriate to emphasize that, to have that as a take-home message.
Also another thing I want to emphasize, here we are talking about 2 types of passion fruit. The purple passion fruit and the sweet yellow passion fruit. For those people in the most hot areas, we will plant the sweet yellow. And for those which the climate is a bit cold, we will plant the purple. For the sweet yellow, we do not graft.
Yes.
This one is never grafted. We plant it directly from the seed because it's tolerant to most of the diseases. But the purple, the reason we do graft is it's not tolerant. That is why we use the root stock, which is a bit tiny because it is resistant. So, tuko pamoja hapo.
Kabisa.
Any other question? Yes.
From my point of observation outside there, I saw that what we need most is the rootstock, meaning that the zion, we can use the zion to graft 2 or 3 rootstocks according to the nodes of the zion. We can count 3 and cut, 3 and cut.
Yeah,
Therefore,
yeah. From around zion,
yeah,
you can have 2 to 3 or more scions.
which means we should have more rootstock than the zion.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is true.
in fact, even the seeds you get,
Yeah.
you get more of rootstock than scion. For scion, you only get a few which you bought, like the one
Because like
there.
this one can have about 2 or
Yes.
3.
Yes.
So you need more of the rootstock than the scion.
Exactly. So you see that few scion, the purple for scion, have more of rootstock. Yeah. And the reason why we are using that scion from the seedling there is that we are likely to get more green scion from seedling than if you just go out there looking for scion. Understand? Yeah. Because what we know is that most of the viral diseases are not transmitted through seed. Yeah. So if you start with seed, right there, you are likely to get a clean scion than if you just. And this is also done within a screen house. That to some extent will guarantee that it has not been infected in the field. That's why we are kind of restricting everything to be within the greenhouse. Yes. And as you have said, you don't require so many of them. Yeah. Maybe if you get like 50 good ones or 100, let us say 100, they should be able to provide you with enough scion for your requirement. And then after some time you destroy, and then you seed have more.
And also the size of the polygon for the
The
scion
scion must be
is bigger
Yes.
because that plant is going to stay longer on the polybag than this one which you're going to remove. So it will feed for a longer period from the polybag media than the rootstock. You look at the sizes of the polybag.
And in this one, you will still be allowing more suckers to continue growing because they are the one you cut your scion. Yeah.
So as you go back, as I said earlier, you have the rootstock. Still. At the same time, you have the scion.
We have to seed
So
them
those
at
seeds
the
you'll be
same
given,
time.
yes. Those seeds you'll be given, you do it at the same time. Still. One will be for the scion, the other one is for the rootstock. So that by the time the rootstock is ready for grafting, you already have scion material where you can get the scion. Yes. In fact, if it is possible, you would have done the scion one earlier. But for this case, let us just do them at the same time. Within 2 months, they should be ready and you should be able to get some scion for grafting.
And you remember for the scion, you have to use a bigger polypot.
Yes, you definitely use a
Because
bigger
it will stay in here for a longer time.
Yes.
And also they will remain in the nursery. This one's, I mean in the greenhouse. In the greenhouse.
Mainly in the greenhouse. I think if
Swali nauliza, na kama hii silage nikiweza kuipanda mahali kwa greenhouse, kwa sababu ndio utapata hapo silage chini na ikuwe ikitembea nikikata, itaweza kuwa na
The problem with that, you know you have not treated your soil, your greenhouse soil. You know this soil is treated. So if you do it there, you don't know how that soil is. Still, perhaps it's not treated. If you are kwa polybag, you know the soil is treated. Yes. So we are trying to have a system that all what you do is protected. Yes, you protect the seedling by having treated soil. We are also doing from seed which we know doesn't have those viruses. Ndio. Naona kila mahali mmejaribu. Yes, yes. We are not just doing this without considering those problems we have highlighted.
And also you bear in mind, you are going to start the nurseries which are coming to be satisfied. So the Catholic people are very strict. So you must be also strict as you do this whole work. Hygiene is very important so that you get clean materials free from any contamination of any kind.
And again, at a certain time, you need to reorganize. You may think of reorganizing your nursery. So if that one is permanently planted there, and you want to reorganize your nursery, then it is not easier for you to force you to approach.
And also, when the scion are in a polypot, it is easier to maintain it than when you allow it to grow as a passion fruit tree. You itakuwa na so many laterals in sinaenda hivi na hivi, but here utakuja unakata very easily. So something of that kind. So if no more question, let me take this chance to say thank you for listening to us, and we hope we have impacted something to you people. And you'll be proud to hear your nurseries are satisfied and that you are selling many seedlings to the farmers around. You are the ambassadors to those others. So we hope you do according to what we have tried to bring to you.